My name is Michael Lawrence. I was inspired to start researching family history over 10 years ago. I spent many hours in the library going through census records. Then I discovered Ancestry, and I used that to kind of link up and find out exactly who I was and who I belonged to and where our family migrated from. And no matter who you are, family has its own meaning to you. To me, family is love, support, inspiration. It's your identification, it's life. That's what family means to me. One of the things I instantly noticed while searching through family history and family records is that many times that was all they had was family. Family meant everything to them, and you even see so many times where family members named their children after each other, and it was just that way to kind of keep identifying with each other. My goal has been to capture that history and to share it for many years. So our family history is one of sorrow, hurt, triumph, and togetherness. And it's amazing to see that over so many generations we're still connected. Each family reunion has been special, just to see that so many generations later and we're still connected. Slavery, distance, and lack of technology could even break our bond. And it's truly amazing to be a part of each of you, and I hope that this reunion leaves a lasting impression on you for many years to come. Now let's take a journey and let me show you where it all began. On the west coast of Africa, our family was kidnapped and sold into slavery. The first enslaved Carter family member I've been able to find is Alan Carter. Alan was born in Chester County, South Carolina around 1830. When two of the Carter slave owners, Levi and R.W. Carter, left Chester County, South Carolina and moved to Winston County, Mississippi, Alan was one of the slaves taken with them to Louisville. He was a laborer on the Carter plantation located in Louisville, Winston County, Mississippi. Alan married Gracie, and they had 11 children that I've been able to find. Caroline, Dan, Jonas, Mary, Sam, Robert, Letha, Alex, Will Allen, Johnny, and Joseph. At our 2008 family reunion in Louisville, Mississippi, we invited the descendants of Levi and R.W. Carter, and we were able to live out Dr. Martin Luther King's dream. The sons of former slave owners and the sons of former slaves been able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. Alan and Gracie's son, Sam Carter, married Emma Dawkins, the daughter of Frank and Mary Dawkins. We see after slavery, several of the Carter and Dawkins family members married. The Dawkins family started with Frank Dawkins in Richmond, Virginia. Frank was taken to the slave market and sold to Barney Triplett. Barney transported Frank to Louisville, Winston County, Mississippi, where he was a slave on the Triplett plantation. There on the Triplett plantation, Frank made up his mind that he was no longer going to work on the plantation. He became a slave that would run away from the plantation and hide in the woods. It is related that Frank still visited his family every night, where he had a dungeon built under the slave cabin in case the slave owners came looking for him. After slavery, he changed the family last name from Triplett to Dawkins. Once the Civil War ended and the slave owners left the South, he took over the slave owner's home and raised his family there. Family members report that Frank was 118 years old when he passed. Frank married Mary and they had the following children. The first child, Benson Dawkins, married Allie and they had 8 children: Mary Hilio, Georgia, William, Alva, Larkin, Daisy, and Emma. Benson's son Larkin married Minnie and they had the following children: Vivian, Maxine, Harvey, Marie, and Bernice. Frank Dawkins' second child was named Emma Dawkins. She married Sam Carter and they had the following children: Mary Carter, who married Alex Crockett, and they lived in Mount Bayou, Mississippi. Delia, who married Reverend Wheeler Carter, and they had 8 kids. Leon, Roosevelt, Alberta, Annie, Emma, Versa, Maggie, and Orme. Sam and Emma's third child was named Scott, referred to as Joe Carter, married Elvira Carter. They had one daughter, Lenora Carter. Sam and Emma's fourth child was named Emmeline. Sam and Emma's fifth child was named Benson, but known as Jack. He married Kitty Riddle, and they had the following children: Lovey, Glover, Charlie, Ollie, Sam, Willis, Houston, Edith, and Bernice. Sam and Emma's sixth child was named Ella. She married Fate Wilson. Sam and Emma's seventh child was named Henry Carter. He married Josie McAfee, and they had the following children: Bertha, Penny, and Edgar. Sam and Emma's eighth child was named Alan Carter. Sam and Emma's ninth child was named Sam Carter. Sam and Emma's 10th child was named Emmett. Sam and Emma's 11th child was named Daisy Carter. She married John Rogers, and they had the following children: Edgar, James, and Betty Jo. Sam and Emma's 12th child was named Cloyd. Sam and Emma's 13th child was Katie. Sam and Emma's 14th child was T. Russell. Sam and Emma's 15th child was Isadora. Frank Dawkins' third child was Scott Dawkins. He married Mary Carter, and they had the following children: Martha J., Harriet, Robin, Ebony, Icy, and Fletcher. Scott Dawkins' son, John Robert Lee, married Jody Riddle, and they had the following children: Bernice, Talmadge, Robert, Prentice, Mary, Vernell, Seabell, Janie, Roberta, and Maureen. Frank Dawkins' fourth child was named Emmeline. She married Charlie Graham, and they had the following children: Riley, Lenny Walter, Mary, and Nancy. Frank Dawkins' fifth child was Frank Dawkins Jr. He married Roxanne. Frank Dawkins' sixth child was Mary. She married Charlie Graham after the death of her sister, and they had the following children: Princess, David, William, Emmeline, Thomas Potts, and Charlie Graham. Frank Dawkins' seventh child was William Dawkins. He married Emma Carter, and they had the following children: Lou Gertha, Lou Bertha, Percy P.B., William Buddy, Velma, Davis, and D.V. Frank Dawkins' eighth child was named Elizabeth, but referred to as Betty. She married Alan Hopkins, and they had the following children: Lottie, Ollie, Ethel, and Singleton. Frank Dawkins' ninth child was Boss Dawkins. Frank Dawkins' 10th child was Davis Dawkins. Frank Dawkins' 11th child was Henry Dawkins. Two of Frank Dawkins' grandsons married into the Riddle family. Therefore, two first cousins married sisters, making their offspring double kin. The Riddle family was started in Alabama with Charlie Riddle, who eventually came to Winston County, Mississippi, where he met and married Edie Cooper, and they had 14 children together. There was Baby, Mary Elizabeth, Emma, Wiley, a daughter named C, son, Thomas, Lula, Ella, Daniel, Kitty, Jody, and Charlie. And we know from family history, Charlie had an affair with his sister-in-law, Nerve Cooper, and they had 4 children together: Luetta, Alberta, Sally, and Duncan.
My grandmother used to tell me, I don't believe in step anything. Stepmothers, stepfathers. I know a bad step parent when I see one because I had to. She taught us just to love each other for who we were. There was no step cousins, related by marriage, half brothers and sisters. Your family is just your family. We're a group of individuals that have formed our own community. We come together to support each other, uplift each other, love each other. Whether or not the rest of the world approves or not, your family is there to embrace you. Our family is love.
Family means to us that family means somebody in your own DNA that, for example, your brother, he can always be there with you to joke and play around and help you and do a lot of stuff with you. And your parents spend money on you, and grandparents to spend money on you, spend money and give you shelter. And family is somebody who always have your back and is caring.
Else can't compare to having your own family, a blessed family, a family full of love, a family full of joy.
Family means people that sometimes are related to you and sometimes aren't. Family means people that you could count on to do things. And sometimes they don't get along.
What family means to me is a valuable connection of strength mixed with unconditional love that will never fade away no matter how hard we try. Family is something everyone has a part in and everyone has access to, no matter what side or area of the world we all may be. You can almost always count on someone's family to be in your life one way or another. And yes, they may not all be blood related, but sometimes you can count on other families who don't even know you as blood related. But in closing, we all are far from perfect, but only a few miles and calls away from family. So I salute my family, familia, to all my kinfolks. Peace, love, forever. JP.
We have a legacy to be proud of. Although our family faced many struggles through our life, we have continued to come together to be a part of our family reunions, and to have you here shows how much you care. And Frank Dawkins' legacy continues to live on through each of us, and we each have something to be proud of. No matter how you're connected to the family tree, you are a part of that tree. And most importantly, our family legacy lives on through you and will live on through many generations to come.